Ever feel like you're facing a giant, impossible task? Like you're too small, too weak, or just not enough? You're not alone. In fact, one of the most incredible stories about overcoming fear comes from a man who felt exactly the same way. Let's talk about Gideon. When we first meet Gideon, he's not a mighty warrior. He's hiding, threshing wheat in a winepress to keep it from his enemies, the Midianites. They were a huge, oppressive force that had been raiding his people's land for years, stealing their crops and leaving them in poverty and despair. Gideon was scared, and he felt completely powerless. Then, something amazing happens. An angel of the Lord appears to him and says, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Gideon's reaction is probably what ours would be. He's like, "Mighty warrior? Who? Me? If God is with us, why is all this bad stuff happening?" We feel abandoned. He was full of doubt and fear, pointing out that his clan was the weakest, and he was the least in his family. He felt totally unqualified. But God didn't see a coward hiding in a winepress. He saw a leader. God tells Gideon to go and save Israel, not with a giant army, but with the strength he has, because God would be with him. Gideon is still hesitant. He asks for signs, not once, but multiple times. To be sure it's really God speaking, he puts out a fleece, asking God to make it wet with dew, while the ground stays dry, and then the reverse. Each time, God patiently proves his presence. So, Gideon gathers an army, 32,000 men. But God says, "That's too many. If you win, you'll think you did it on your own." So God tells Gideon to send home anyone who is afraid. 22,000 men leave. 10,000 remain. Still too many. God then has them drink from a river and chooses only the 300 men who lap the water like a dog. 300 men against an enemy as thick as locusts. The odds were impossible. But with God, the impossible becomes possible. That night, armed with just trumpets, torches, and clay jars, Gideon's tiny army surrounds the enemy camp. At his signal, they smash the jars, blow the trumpets, and shout, "A sword for the Lord and for Gideon." The enemy army panics, turns on itself in the confusion, and flees. A victory was won, not by human strength, but by faith and obedience. Gideon's story is a powerful reminder that God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Our weaknesses, our fears, our feelings of being not enough are the very places He wants to show His strength. So next time you feel small and scared, remember Gideon. Remember that with faith, even a tiny light can shatter the darkness. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.